This is a work of fiction. Names, characters, business, events and incidents are the products of the author's imagination. Any resemblance to actual persons, living or dead, or actual events is purely coincidental. The monsoon had arrived. It was raining quite a lot, more than what Seoul was used to. The surroundings were cold and damp, so the dehumidifier was on throughout the day. Namjoon stood in his balcony with a hot cup of coffee and took a sip, staring into the oblivion. Behind him the room is dark, no one in sight until you see someone run across the hallway. Namjoon has been staying in the dorm since he joined the company. Recently many members moved out of the dorm one by one. Though these members would stay at the dorm for a few days but would mostly reside at their own apartments with their families. Though Namjoon and Jimin recently bought luxurious apartments but they were yet to be renovated. The dorm was far away from the apartment and hence they thought it would be a good idea to rent an apartment near their newly bought apartment so they can work and also look after the development in the new apartment. Namjoon and Jimin packed their essentials and moved into the rented apartment. It was a 3-bedroom, hall and kitchen kind of apartment and was on the 10th floor of the 13th floor building. It was in a gated community with its own convenience store. The building was not necessarily a rundown apartment building. It was definitely situated in a high-class area and hence gated, but there was an eerie feeling around the building. The building had a lobby with a chandelier and a velvet couch in the lounge, golden reception desk and just one worker. There was no staff around, no janitor nor maid, but the whole place was clean, spotless. "Hi, my clients are moving into the apartment 103 on the 10th floor," said the real estate agent to the receptionist. The receptionist was a middle-aged lady with a creepy grin and she was wearing an emerald blazer with a white shirt with an emerald pants. She moved slowly and then turned, took off the keys from the key holder and placed it on the table. "Thank you," said Jimin to the lady. "I hope you have a good time while the short time you all are here," she said with that same plastered grin. Namjoon got chilled down his spine, but he ignored it. Jimin and Namjoon moved into the apartment. Taehyung and Jin came by to help them in the moving process. They ordered black bean noodles as was the Korean tradition while moving into a new place. After everything was settled for the day, Jin and Taehyung left the apartment building, while Namjoon and Jimin sat in the living room watching TV. It had been a while they ate, so Jimin went to the kitchen to grab some ramen. "Hey, do you want some ramen?" "I am making some for me," said Jimin from the kitchen. "Yes," replied Namjoon. While Namjoon was left alone in the living room, while he was watching the TV, he noticed in his peripheral vision that someone was standing in the hallway. He assumed it was Jimin and so he didn't bother, but then he realized that thing was standing there for too long. So when Namjoon turned to look in that direction, he saw the thing walk into the room. Jimin, called out Namjoon. "Was that you in the room?" "What happened?" Jimin said as he peeked his head from kitchen. "Weren't you in the room?" asked Namjoon with a shiver in his voice. "I am making ramen." "Then why will I be in the room?" said Jimin, as he walked in the living room with 2 ramen cups in each of his hands. "I saw someone just move into the other room," said Namjoon as he stared in the hallway. "It's a new house, maybe that's why you are feeling some kinda way with it," replied Jimin, while he took a big slurp of his favorite ramen. "Yes, maybe then," said Namjoon uncertainly. Soon it was getting late and hence Jimin retired to his room to get some much required rest. Namjoon continued to watch the TV in the living room for some time until he was sleepy too. While he prepared for bed, he could hear his phone notification going off. He checked the phone to see it were the boys texting in the group. So yeah, this lady was really creepy. I honestly don't judge, but that lady had this grin. It was so sinister. You know what she reminded me of? What? Those pageant smiles, they are scary as hell. Haha, so true though. Actually, Jin Hyung is absolutely right. She actually does look like that. But regardless, the apartment is little sketch. True that. OMG, what happened though? I wouldn't say anything specifically strange. Namjoon is trying to act all cool now. Like literally an hour ago you were pale as a ghost. But whatever happened was scary. Story time. Spill, what happened? Okay, so I was cooking ramen in the kitchen. Adding water is not cooking. Oh, don't spoil the scary vibe, Hyung. Windshield laugh. Okay, listen. So I was making ramen and suddenly I hear Namjoon scream my name. I'm sure I just called out, I didn't scream. I freaked out and asked him what's wrong. He was like, did you go in the room? I am like, bro, I am in the kitchen making ramen. Whoa, that sounds spooky. I literally saw someone standing and then just going to the room. I turned in that direction. The next thing I know is Jimin is in the kitchen. By the way, who is staying in that room? That's the worst part. Worst part? See, we rented the 3 BHK, but since it's just 2 of us, the landlord kept that room locked. So no one particularly moved in that room. It has been locked. Sprinkles holy water on the phone. Okay, now that I think about it, it's actually even more scary. Stay strong, you'll have to spend 2 weeks there. I hope the renovations get done quickly. I am not getting good feeling here. Moreover, I don't know if I will sleep. Don't think about it or you won't get sleep. Just have a warm glass of milk, you'll feel sleepy instantly. Okay everyone, I think I'll go to sleep. See y'all tomorrow for the practice. Take care y'all. While Jimin tried to close the windows to his bedroom, he noticed how high he was. He could see how dark it was outside. Jimin wished he had a balcony in his room. So he closed the windows, pulled the curtains and went to sleep. Namjoon on the other end was tossing on the bed and was not able to get in good sleeping position. Being in the new place didn't help either. He was not keen on drinking warm milk, idea mainly because to get the milk he will have to walk the dark hallway to the kitchen, and opposite of that kitchen was the forbidden/haunted room. Namjoon then started listening to music and sooner or later he was finally sleeping. The apartment was quiet, more like eerily quiet. It was 2:25 AM and Jimin felt a jolt which made him wake up. While still half asleep, he turned towards the door and just like that he was falling back to sleep. And that's when he heard a knock at the window. He was woken up by this. He tried to get back to his senses and listened closely if he could hear it again. After a few seconds he was back to sleep. He thought he was in a sleep and dream limbo. While he got comfortable again, he heard it again. Now a little concerned. He wanted to turn to see what's happening, but there was nothing there. But the curtain were a little opened. Jimin then switched on the lights and saw that there was a foggy handprint. He was a little creeped out by that, but not scared because people here do patrolling all night and hence he thought it's one of those days. Until the thought dawned upon him. In no time Jimin booked out of the room as fast as he could and ran to Namjoon's room. He started banging at his door. "Hey, open the door, open," screamed Jimin. A sleepy Namjoon opened the door to scare Jimin. "What happened to you?" said Namjoon in a sleepy voice. "We need to get out of here as soon as possible," whimpered Jimin. "We can't go anywhere now." "And go where?" asked Namjoon while trying to get into his senses. "I don't care if you wanna come or no, but I am leaving," said Jimin. He ran to get the door. Namjoon would never have a heart to let anyone leave like that, so he followed soon after. They closed the door and ran to the elevator. But unfortunately the elevator was closed. It wasn't working. They took the stairs and that's when they realized something. There was no one living on any of the floor. It was pitch dark every floor they got to. Finally, after running down the stairs which seemed like forever, they reached the lobby and run to main entrance only to realize that it was locked. They tried to open the door but it wouldn't budge. That's when they heard a voice of the receptionist. "How may I help you?" she said with a crazy grin which was looking more scary at night. "We want to leave," demanded Jimin. "Oh, you can't leave now, it's too late," she replied. "Can you please open the door? My friend is paranoid," Namjoon said in a stable voice. "Once you are here you can't leave ever," she said creepily. "But who is leaving?" "We shall come back by tomorrow," explained Namjoon. "But it says in the contract you can't leave," she said as she slowly moved to the side trying to get some papers. "Yes, but the contract doesn't say we can't move out. We shall go now and get back," Namjoon further explained. "I hope you are not tricking me," she said, losing her grin for the first time. "Absolute not, well shall be back," replied Namjoon with certainty. That's when the main door beeped and opened. They searched for the watchman's office and called a cab to take them to their dorm. As soon as they got out of the door, Jimin screamed to the lady. While waiting, Namjoon tried to talk to the watchman about their rented apartment. That's when the watchman explained that the building is extremely creepy. Tenants don't last there for more than few days. People come and go. The receptionist is the daughter of a tycoon. He gave his daughter the building to play house game with the tenants. That's when the cab arrives and Jimin and Namjoon leaves the place. The next day they sent few people to pick up their belongings. So what happened last night? I didn't ask you since you were pretty shaken. Asked Namjoon. I saw a handprint on the foggy window, said Jimin. Still pretty shaken. But that's really creepy. You think it's some kind of assassin? Questioned Namjoon. Junie, we were literally on the 10th floor, replied Jimin. Hey guys, it's Odeng Soup here. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Have a great day or night wherever you all are. See you all soon. Please take care of yourself. Bye.